Well, guys, how's it going? This episode hopefully be not as exciting as the last one. So, alright, I'm in here tonight after chores a little bit. I pulled the valve cover up. I'm checking valves. Somebody wondering, well, why are you checking valves right away? This thing sat open for 2 years. So, I've already checked 6 of them and they are all off. It's because crud and stuff fell down. I didn't do anything with lifters. I didn't do anything with the camshaft. So stuff kind of fell down there as we were cleaning and it sat. So that's the whole reason why I said I was going to check the valves right away. And they're all off. So going to get that fixed. All reset. And the quick burnout and super cold start, first fire up, was definitely enough to knock everything loose and clean that off. So I'll explain a little bit more of what really happened or what did happen and why it was the way it was. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Let the 44 warm up. Okay, they'll be like a video. Fixing to do, so oh well, only something. Found himself a pillow. Oh, Reedy was good for something. Anyways, he's been a bad dog. He hasn't been a very good boy, but anyways. My explanation, so I've told this of, I know one person so far. This is actually the night of I loaded the video. If I get the light in here. Okay, this is your shut-off cable. Goes back to your shut-off lever to your fuel shut-off for your injection pump. Alright. As you can see there's an old groove in there, but I did forget. And when she started taking off, which I do not know why it really actually took off the way it did, but I couldn't shut the engine down. She went to full high idle and there was no way to do this. Okay, I had this part here all the way, I already moved it, but then I decided to myself, I'm just going to get a new cable because this is the way this tractor's been ever since we've had it. You don't have very much. It's been broken off. So I ordered a new cable. So the thing was, I had it here, so that was, this whole piece was forward. And when you pull the cable, that arm back there was completely against this steel piece right here. So there was no way, unless I could, well, I could have, I guess, but I was more concerned on just getting it shut off as quick as I possibly could, because that cable would brought that arm all the way into that steel piece, and there was no way of shutting it down unless I ran quick and got a screwdriver, loosened this up, and then pulled on this cable to pull it all the way back to kill it. So what I did, I thought was the best thing to do, because I already knew, I remembered that as she was firing, I'm like, as she fired up, actually as when it was firing up, I pulled the cable again, because I actually pulled it out and I put it back in, and I figured, oh shoot, that's probably enough, and ain't gonna start firing right away. And then she started popping off a little bit, and I'm like, oh well, it should have enough oil everywhere, at least in the engine wise, you know, and everything does have oil on it from being put back together. So I'm like, all right, whatever, she fires up, does her cold start, and she should be good, and she'll idle back down, but it did not. She just full send. So but if you remember, the video was only about 1 minute and 14 seconds long. So basically the tractor ran for about maybe 40 seconds. Well, this tractor has been sitting for 2 years, and the oil lines had air in them, and the transmission has oil. I changed filters, did service, everything, but 40 seconds is not enough for everything to get filled back up again. I pulled her out of park, I jammed it in 8th gear, I dropped the clutch, and I was holding the brake at the same time. I've done this a million times with tractors to kill them. You know, it's not good for them, but in a state of emergency, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I did. But there was no brakes yet. That's why we took off like a bat out of Hades. And this is where the brakes said, yep, I got enough pressure, I'll work. So that was that. So it's kind of the do what you got to do, you know. It was kind of fun and hilarious and scary, and because I didn't want the engine to, it's too much time and too much money, and I didn't want a door's cheap of what an engine would be. So that was kind of my decision. I'm like, yep, whatever happens, happens. I'm hoping to kill this engine. So that was what that was. So if I explained it good enough, some of you guys think, well, you could have did it differently. Well, there's a million and one ways, but I think that was a pretty good kill time, and nothing really got hurt. So, and I don't care about my pride, because I don't really have any, because I gave that up a long time ago, because everybody likes to pick and chew and think they're the things of you, and you know, that's their own thoughts. So it is what it is. I don't care. So I try my best and do what I do, and let whatever happen. So yeah, so I'll get the valves adjusted. I'm gonna throw a new cable in when that comes. I ordered one today. It's not a big deal. I just pull that shroud piece off inside the cab there, and then unbolt it out of the dash, and then pull it out, and then stick a new one in through it. Takes about, you know, at the most half an hour. Things don't quite want to work right, and you got a new choke cable, and then I have a lot more travel for my fuel shutoff switch. So, alright, well, I'm not going to bore you with valve adjustments, so I'm going to work on that and get that done, and once I get the new cable, then we'll fire back up here, and should be boring, you know, not too boring. It should have some nice smoke, you know, but not where's shade going in the tractor in the shop. Alright, I jabbered on here long enough. between the corn here, and I had a tough time coming. It was too dry. Starting to head out here and there too. So yeah, it ain't as tall. He's cutting heavy, so I'll take it. A lot better than I thought it was gonna turn out. Soybeans come pretty decent. They're not, some spots are actually pretty tall. Ryegrass come somewhat. Ryegrass came more where the patches where the sorghum sedan, here's your hairy patch here. More where there's spots where the sorghum sedan must have sprouted and then didn't have enough moisture to get going and died, so. But yeah, there's a. It's got to be at least, well, over my head, almost all of it. But yeah, I mean, right here, this soybeans here, above my knees, so they're not real thick, but I think I could put some more soybeans heavier on, I think. Definitely gonna give her a try again next year. If the whole world doesn't come apart. Yeah, a couple more rounds and I got her down, so definitely gonna be got a lot of moisture in her, so she's definitely gonna be a 3-day wait before we chop this. Yeah, heck of a change in weather today. Yesterday was 90 degrees and higher humidity, and today it's 66 degrees and with a wind, and there was no wind yesterday, so I got my sweatshirt on. Wind's coming out of the northwest, so. Alright, well, I'm finishing something and I'm gonna go back at chores, so. Well, they were getting down there. Really didn't want to spend all that money, but what's a guy do, right? Put new tires on the 4020 today. Almost exactly 20 years, so my last time the tires were put on the 4020. They were 20 years old. Well, put on in '02. So yeah, we'll see if it'll last another 20 years. Should. I went with the BKT. I put BKTs on the 4010. I seem to kind of like them. They seem to bite pretty nice. So yeah, that's that. So I gotta wash the rim, and one went flat on me and got fluid all over it. You can see it's kind of starting to rust things a little bit. So I'm gonna get it cleaned up as good as I can. Worst comes worst, I just have to paint it back up so I don't keep eating away on it. So yeah, yeah, I need the tractor for fall anyways. So. But I got 2 decent tires. I know one tire somebody's looking for, so for a dual. So I have to give him a call, see if he's still looking for one. give them a decent deal. And yeah, should hell don't give them away. So, but well, like I said, I put on the 40-10. This been 4 or 5 years ago, and I paid $600 for 18,434. That's what they want for a single one now, so that's not counting the tube, which is tubes 200 and it was like $250. So I needed 2 tubes, and paying the service to come out and do it. But yeah, well, I haven't made much progress anyways in here, and waiting on parts. So that's that. Kind of rainy today. I was pissing around and working on here and some other things. So here we'll call our video, and hopefully next video I can get you guys a decent startup of this, and not some like the last one. It was kind of, yeah, that was not what anybody was expecting. It's pretty good though. That's right. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching, and like the video, and we'll be chopping sorghum here in the next video. It didn't get much rain, but it'll take another day or so for it to dry out. So yeah, and that. So hopefully this will be out the door and going, and here in the next week, and we're moving on. Alright, well guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.